Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a what I eat in a day video for you. It is starting to get a bit Christmassy out there.
Not in here.
Not in here, just out there. I don't know if you guys have noticed, some of the supermarkets have begun putting out all of their Christmas products and stuff like that. It might be interesting to, between all of the other things that we have going on, check out what some of the supermarkets have and maybe think about the things that we might want to get in for our Christmas shop this year. So today we're working from home, but the first thing we need to sort out, obviously, is breakfast. We've had our coffees, but we need something to eat.
We're going to make a bircher overnight oats with ginger. Because it is autumn, winter time, we like to add things like ginger and cinnamon and nice kind of like warming spices into our meals. So I just thought the ginger would pair really nicely with the grated apple. You could make this the night before. That is the best kind of thing to do if you want it to be really creamy and rich. If you've forgotten or you're kind of rushing for time, then you can make it in the morning when you get up, and then hopefully by the time you have breakfast, maybe a couple of hours later, it should be ready. So that's what we're doing. We've added all of our dry ingredients. We've gone for oats, some chia seeds as well, just for a little bit extra protein, and then we've done our grated ginger and apple. And now we're going to go in with some sweetener. You could skip this step and add it on at the end, or if you don't like your oats that sweet, we're using some agave, but some maple syrup or even just some sugar would work for this step. We're going to put all this in a jar and then leave it in the fridge for a few hours whilst we head to the shops.
You can really tell compared to our video last week how much autumn is starting to pass now. Like, all of the leaves on the trees have really fallen. Not very inspiring. That's really cute.
There wasn't a lot in M&S, but the one we went to is quite a small one. It's more of like a bits and bobs, like to-go lunch kind of place.
Yes, and they've been really making their general vegan section smaller and smaller and smaller. So I don't think that one even has like a good vegan section anymore.
No, like there's a massive one in Bristol that has loads of stuff. So another day, like when we're doing a proper Christmas vlog, we'll take you guys there and tell you a bit more. But there was a few little things.
A couple of cute things. There was that like little tin that was in the shape of a train. What did that have in it? Hot chocolate.
But it's only mid-November, so they might bring more things out as the months go past. Like, people aren't really buying like full-on Christmas food stuff yet. So we got the focaccia, which is what we needed.
That's what we came out for.
The ginger in here is so good. Like, it's just the right amount. Like, kind of a little bit of a kick, but then really nice and sweet from the apple and the agave. Absolutely delicious, and it's super creamy considering it's only been in a couple of hours. Can't wait to dig into the rest of this.
Our lunch, the recipe that we're making next, comes with big influences from our trip through Italy. So a lot of the time when we wanted a quick lunch in Italy, we would go for a focaccia sandwich. So we've just been to M&S, we went down this morning, and we got this delicious looking focaccia, and what we're gonna fill it with is some nice protein, vegan protein, some tofu, which we're gonna marinate, and then the next thing that we're gonna add is a classic Italian focaccia sandwich ingredient, which is some aubergine as well. And we're going to breadcrumb this and fry it up so it's nice and crispy, but also really lovely and juicy and soft as well.
tofu bits into our marinade, and then that's going to go in the fridge for about an hour. If you can leave it for longer, like overnight, then that's going to be better, but an hour is about enough. This is a kind of sun-dried tomato, red pesto or paste kind of thing. It's quite punchy, but when it's paired with the tofu and the aubergine and the bread, I think it's all gonna go really nicely together, and kind of the bread will soak up all of this lovely kind of really goodness.
Look at this. This is one stacked sandwich. Focaccia sandwiches are just the best. It's exactly like I remember in Italy. It's just like better than white bread sandwiches completely, even better than sourdough. And this aubergine is so good. I remember having aubergine like this in some of the focaccia sandwiches that we had in Italy as well. The sun-dried tomato pesto has such a nice zing that carries through the whole thing, and then that texture of the tofu is just delicious. Yeah, it's a good sandwich.
We're going to be roasting our parsnip for the mash. You could also boil it, which would probably create a more of a creamy texture when you come to blend it, but I really kind of like the more sweet caramelized flavour that you get from roasting it. The oven's at 200 degrees and we're going to bake it for about half an hour. Our stew is cooking away and our parsnips are in the oven roasting. So now we're going to move on to the topping. We're going to be doing a crispy oyster mushrooms. This is potentially kind of like an optional step. You'll get like a really delicious meal just with the mash and the stew. But this kind of takes it to the next level, and I just love oyster mushrooms. Like they just have a really great texture, kind of meaty. So we got the specialty mushrooms from Sainsbury's, which often are like a bit of a rogue mix, but this was luckily mostly oyster mushrooms, which is what we wanted. So we just put some olive oil and salt and gonna bake them in the oven alongside the parsnips for about 25 minutes until they're nice and crispy. So I've got a nice glass of red wine and our lovely stew. I feel like this is the epitome of like hearty winter food, like stew and mash, lentils, mushrooms. Yeah, you can't get more kind of warming and hearty than this. That is so good. You can really taste the parsnip in the mash. It's got kind of like a Sunday roast, Christmas dinner feelings to it with like the parsnip and that lovely like red wine kind of gravy in the lentils and the stew. It's absolutely delicious.
I got my portion of it here. Thank you for coming along with us today. We hope we've inspired you with some of our meals.
I love the recipes we've made today.
They've been really good, haven't they?
Like, I was just sitting here thinking before we started filming, like, wow.
That focaccia sandwich was
like,
proper nice.
Really good recipes
So was
today.
breakfast. It's all been well good.
We really set out in the last, maybe, I don't know if you've noticed on our channel, in the last couple of months we were missing creating like exciting new recipes. We felt like we've gotten in a bit of like a
rut with just going to shopping at Aldi and stuff like that.
Which is great, and we
love it.
You guys like watching them.
We enjoy making them videos.
We do.
It is fun, but there's only so many times you want to do that before you get creative in the kitchen again.
Exactly, and we were feeling a little bit like wanting to get back into recipe creation, and it's been really fun these last couple of months, and I feel like we've come up with some really delicious meals. I hope you guys agree.
If you do like this kind of content, we've got loads of it on our channel, so make sure you hit subscribe and go and watch everything that we've made up until now. Every single video. And we shall see you next week.
Where we will
more Christmassy.
Do more Christmassy.
Yes.
We showed you a few things, but
gearing up into it.
Next week, when the video comes out, what date will it be? 22nd of November. I feel like that's very safe Christmas territory.
Yes.
So I hope you guys are ready.
See you in the next video.
Bye.